Hello, my name is Janis. This is Ogli. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to design forms. In order to design forms, you need to basically have your data dictionaries, or you need to have your actual Microsoft Access database, where you will be able to actually see the data that you currently have. So, because it's still on the process of designing the database, so we assuming that we don't have already a Microsoft Access database. So we have to actually work based on the data dictionaries. So we need to go to File, select New, blank document. And I'm going to create my designs in Microsoft Word. So I need to find out how many fields, how many attributes I have on the first table. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attributes. I need to find which table I have on my database that has more than 8 attributes. That one doesn't have 8. So basically, I need to identify the biggest table that I have. This will save me time in the long term. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think my biggest table is the course schedule details, where I have 10 attributes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. This table has 10 attributes. Any other table is smaller. Got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here I have 8. So to start with, I'm going to maximize this, and I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to click Shapes. Just going to select a fancy shape here. Let's pick up that one, or I'll pick up that one actually. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out a bit. So this will be my background. Okay. So I need to find out how many tables I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables. So if I place my mouse cursor and Control Enter 6 times or 5 times, so make sure you have 6 pages. So each page it will have a form for a table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's good. So let's work on this one, and then we can copy and paste the stuff afterwards. Okay, so I've got my background, so let's double click it and let's make this a bit more fancy. I'll put that. Okay, so like I said before, my biggest table, I've got 10 attributes. Let's put the title here. So I'm going to go to Insert, Shapes. Let's find this fancy shape for my title. I'm going to double click. I'll select that one here. Here will be my title with the name of the table. And now I need to create the attributes. So I'm going to click and drag. Okay, so let's make this color. Now I'm going to hold the Control and the Shift key down to replicate this. As you can see, if I move my mouse cursor up and down, I'm still clicking and dragging in the same direction. So I've got this now. I'm going to release the Control and the Shift key down. I'm just going to change the background color to something different. Let's make it a bit lighter. Okay. So now I'm going to hold the Control key down to highlight these two sections here. Let's move I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard to move this a bit to the left. Now I'm going to hold the Control and the Shift key down again and click and drag it to the left hand side. Okay, that's well too big. Let's delete that. Let's make this a bit smaller. So let's zoom in. Just going to make this a bit smaller. I'm going to hold the shift key down. If I don't hold the shift key down, my box goes everywhere. So, and then you have to faff about of where, you know, to put it. You can still do it by using the arrows, but it will be a waste of time. Okay, so let's Control Z to undo. So the quickest way to do it is by holding the shift key down in the first place. So I'm just gonna click and drag. I'm gonna make this a bit smaller, and I'm gonna hold the shift key down to basically bring this a bit to the left. Now I'm gonna hold the Control key down to select both boxes. I'm gonna Control and Shift and then click and drag to the right hand side. That's better. So now I'm gonna hold the shift key down. I'm gonna click these two boxes as well. So I have selected all these 4 boxes. I'm just gonna move this a bit to the left or to the right until I'm happy with the position. So I've got equal distance almost. Yeah. Again, it doesn't have to be 100%, but cosmetically need to look right. So now I've done that. So I need basically 10 of these. So I've got 2 already. I'm going to hold the Control and the Shift key down, click and drag downwards. As you can see, if I move left and right a little bit, that's okay. It's still going to give me, place this directly below it. And I'm going to do the same again, click and drag and release. And then click and drag and release. Okay, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, click and drag and release. Now, if you can see here, the distance between these 2 and these 2 is slightly different. So what I need to do is hold the shift key down and then use the arrow keys to place it to the right location. So I'm going to do the same here, hold the shift key down to highlight just this and use the arrow keys to place them to pretty much same distance. Just try to keep consistency. And now it looks professional. Okay, so here I'm going to have my label and this is where the data will go. So this doesn't have to be that long, so I can actually bring it up a bit. Okay, now I'm going to put 6 buttons. So I'm going to go to Insert, Shapes. I'm just going to put oval buttons. Again, you don't have, if you want to make a perfect circle, if you hold the Shift key down, you will be able to do this. Again, you can select, I'm just going to select that one here. I'm going to hold the Control and the Shift key down to place this right below it. I'm going to hold the Shift key down to click and drag to the left. And again, release and then click and drag again. So now I've got my buttons here. So let's move them in the middle. So I can use this as the middle, basically the gap, because that's my center. Okay. All right, so I'm happy with my design. So what I need to do now, I need to hold the Shift key down and highlight all the elements that I've got here. Just take your time. If you take your time to do the first one right, then the rest of them will be nice and easy. Consistency is is basically, for me, consistency is the key to a good design. So I'm gonna have highlighted everything. I'm gonna right click now and select grouping and then select group. Okay, so now I'm gonna Control X. Oops, I'm gonna click here once, Control X to make sure I have not left anything behind. I'm gonna Control Z to undo. So I'm gonna put this here, or Control X again and Control V to paste. I'm gonna go to the other pages. I'm gonna do the same thing. Control V to paste, Control V to paste, Control V to paste, Control V to paste, Control V to paste. So I've got now, let's move a bit there. Okay, so I've got all my designs now. Let's put it there. Just center align a bit on the page. It doesn't have to be 100% on the center. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. The next thing I need to do now is go through my first entity, my first data dictionary, the table I've got on my data dictionary, which is the assessor details. So I'm just going to highlight the name and copy it, Control C to copy. I'm going to right click here, grouping. I'm just going to select on group. Okay. So I'm going to deselect and click here. I'm going to right click now and select add text, and I'm going to paste it. I'm just want to keep the text here. So I'm going to highlight this and let's maximize this. Let's increase the size, the font size. Oops, too much. Let's make it bold. Okay. Let's reduce the size a little bit. Okay, try to keep consistency of your text. Okay. Right, so this is assessor details. I'm just going to center line it. Let's just a little bit more, increase a little there. Okay, so that's my assessor's details. And on my assessor details, I have, I think his weight attributes we counted before, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attributes, which means that I just need to delete 2. Okay, so I'm just gonna highlight this. Oops. Hold the shift key down to highlight these buttons. So I'm gonna place them further up. I'm just gonna reduce the size here slightly. Let's bring this a bit further up. Okay, so I've got my first design here. So my next table has only 2 attributes, which is the title table. Just gonna scroll down. I'm gonna right click here and I'm gonna ungroup this. So I only have 2 attributes here. So I'm gonna hold the shift key down and delete all these attributes. All these boxes, sorry. I'm holding the shift key down to highlight them all and then press the delete key. So I'm going to hold the shift key down again and I'm going to hold the shift key down and then click and drag upwards. Okay, and I'm going to click here and I'm going to just reduce the size. I'm going to right click here, add text. I'm gonna Control and V to paste. Let's keep only the text. I'm gonna click here anywhere in between my assessor details here. Use the format painter brush, top left corner. I'm just gonna highlight the word title. Okay, so I've kept the formatting. So can you see my consistency now? I've got my assessor's details, I've got my title details. Now moving on to my next table, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attributes. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to first of all ungroup this. So select that, grouping, ungroup. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just need to delete 3. So I had 10 in total. Okay, let's move this further up. I'm gonna hold the shift key down and bring it up a bit. That's good. I'm just gonna click and drag this upwards. Now you can leave it like that, or you can put that on the final one because it's odd right in the middle. It's up to you. I'm gonna add text and paste that. Keep the text only. Let's put the space in between. Let's pick up the formatting from here. And let's highlight it. Okay. The next table I have is the venue details. I'm going to Control-C to copy. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attributes. I'm going to right click here and group. I only have 9 attributes, so I just need to delete one. Yeah. I'm going to right click, add text, Control-V to paste. We keep the formatting, the text only, sorry. I'm going to put a space in between. Click anywhere in between my formatting here. Use the Format Painter brush. Scroll down and highlight that. So this looks good. My next table is the course schedule details. I'm going to Control-C to copy. And I have here the 10 attributes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to right click here. I'm going to ungroup. Let's deselect that. Add text, Control-V to paste. Keep only the text. Course schedule details. You can see it's quite repetitive. Well, that's what you need to show to the client. The reason why originally I've made the text smaller than I should have done is because I knew that I have a table with longer text title. So try to keep consistency on the size of your headers. Okay. So this is done now. And my final table is students details. I'm gonna right click on group and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attributes. So I'm just gonna delete one. I'm gonna right click, add text. Oops, Control-Z to undo. Right click, add text, Control-V to paste, keep the text only, space in between the two words. I'm gonna use the Format Painter brush, then I'm just gonna highlight that. Okay. So this is my form designs. Just gonna go to File, Save As form designs. Version 1. I'm going to ask the client what the client thinks, and then if the client requires further changes, I can actually make the changes. So if I zoom out a bit, you can actually see the consistency and the professionalism. And this basically took me less than 20 minutes to produce, including me basically going through the demonstration as well. So for this kind of job, if that was a client to create the first draft designs, I will charge the client about £200. I hope you learned something new today. I hope you will be able to apply these new skills into your work. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.